Today I want to talk to you about 4 things I think women need to retire from in midlife so we can finally retire into purpose, peace, beauty, and becoming. What if this season of life was never meant to be about fading away, but about finally becoming the woman you were always meant to be? Because I think so many women enter into this season carrying this invisible pressure. The pressure to slow down, to stop dreaming, to become quieter, less visible, less expressive, less themselves. Somewhere along the way, many women began carrying the exhausting weight of other people's opinions. Does that sound like you? Opinions about aging, about beauty, about what's appropriate, opinions about how women should dress, act, dream, or live after 50 or 60. And honestly, if there's anything many of us need to learn to let go of this season, it may not be the clothes in your closet. It just may be the weight of other people's opinions and expectations. Because retirement is not the ending of your story, and midlife is not the beginning of irrelevance. In many ways, this may be the beginning of your becoming. So come spend this quiet moment with me and let's talk about the 4 things I think women should retire from in this season of life. And the first thing I think we need to retire from is living for other people's approval. This is a big one because so many of us spend decades making sure everyone else is comfortable. We learn to shrink ourselves, second guess ourselves, stay quiet, play it safe, be nice, avoid standing out. And many women slowly disconnect themselves from what they love, what excites them, what makes them feel alive. But I don't believe confidence has an expiration date. I think a woman who truly knows who she is becomes even more beautiful with age. Not because she's perfect, but because she's free. Free from constantly asking permission to exist fully. And maybe that's why I love style and color so much. Because sometimes clothing is deeper than clothing. Sometimes it's about finally giving yourself permission to be seen again. To wear color, to wear earrings, to try a new lipstick, to take a trip, to start the business, to volunteer, to create beauty again. The second thing I think women need to retire from is the belief that their best years are behind them. I hear women say this all the time, and I've said it to myself. I'm too old now. It's too late. The season has passed. But who in the world decided that? Who decided that purpose has an age limit? Because honestly, I've met women in their 60s, 70s, and even 80s who are more than alive than they were at 30. And I can attest to that because I'm 65. And not that life becomes easier, but because they stop living for everyone else. They become more authentic, more grounded, more peaceful. I think some women actually discover their deepest purpose later in life because wisdom changes you. Loss changes you, faith changes you, experience changes you. You stop chasing what doesn't matter, and you know what? You start craving what does. Peace, depth, meaning, connection. And maybe retirement was never supposed to mean the end of usefulness. Maybe it was meant to create space for what matters most. The third thing we need to retire from is clutter. Mental clutter, emotional clutter, schedule clutter, closet clutter, all that noise. We live in a world constantly telling us more is better. More stuff, more rushing, more pressure, more performance. But I think many women are exhausted. And somewhere in midlife, we begin to crave simplicity. Not because we're giving up, but because we finally understand what matters. This is one reason I love helping women build wardrobes that work together, because most women don't actually need more clothes, they need more harmony. And honestly, I think life works the same way. Sometimes the clutter isn't physical, sometimes it's emotional. Old insecurity, old comparison, old resentment, old expectations, and maybe this season is an invitation to simplify your soul, to release what no longer fits in your life, to create room for beauty again. Room for peace, room for quiet mornings, room for relationships, room for creativity, and room for faith. Because I think what many women are truly craving is not perfection. It's peace as a car goes by. And finally, the fourth thing I think we should retire into is purpose, not pressure, just purpose. Because purpose looks different in every season. Sometimes perfect looks like grandmothering. Sometimes it looks like mentoring, gardening, traveling, hosting people around your table, leading Bible studies, starting a small business, learning something new. And I think that matters deeply because some of the most impactful women I know live very quiet lives. And yet everywhere they go, they bring warmth, comfort, wisdom, peace, beauty. They pray for people, they encourage people, they gather people, they notice people. And honestly, that kind of purpose changes the world. I think one of the greatest lies women believe in midlife is that growing older means becoming irrelevant. But I think mature women carry something in this world that's desperately needed: the depth, wisdom, faith, resilience, and grace. And maybe retirement isn't about fading away at all. Maybe it's about finally stepping into the woman you were always meant to become. Because this is the season to wear fun colors. Buy those flowers for your table. Invite people over. Take the class. Start the channel. Learn the hobby. Laugh loudly. Pray boldly and dream again. Because becoming never stops. So if there's anything you should release in this season, let it be the weight of other people's opinions. And instead, choose peace. Choose beauty. Choose purpose, choose joy, choose becoming. I'm Lulu, helping women live faith-filled, colorful life through scripture, style, color, and the beauty we create at home. Women becoming in every season, including this one.